How do you make billions of credits while sleeping, working, or driving? AFK massacre missions. Basically, you just get a bunch of massacre missions, send in your laser Type 10 into a low res, and let it rip and kill some pirates while you do whatever you want. This method has earned people billions of credits, and you can share these missions with other people if you choose the right type. Interested? Let's get started. So first, you need the ship. I highly recommend the Type 10 Defender due to the massive amount of hardpoints and their placement, which is dispersed evenly throughout the ship. You can do it in a cutter or corvette, but the Type 10 works perfectly. By the way, engineering is recommended, but not required, so you may be facing the rebuy screen if you don't engineer. For the hardpoints, you want lasers as you don't want to run out of ammo. They should be turreted since you want them to fire automatically. Engineer these lasers with long range to snipe enemy targets when they flee to finish them off. But I do sometimes overcharge these lasers to have a better DPS up close where most pirates will attack. For the utility mounts, you will have a shield, so obviously equip some shield boosters. And the pirates you'll be killing will be launching Hatchbreaker Olympus to get in your cargo. So I do recommend attaching some point defense turrets to combat this threat. For the core modules, the main emphasis is on the power distributor. To support the multitude of hardpoints firing, you will need a lot of power distributed into the weapons. So get the best distributor possible and engineer them. Other than that, you can do whatever you want. From my experience, you do not really need to upgrade the bulkheads, as pirates usually will never get into your shields. However, sometimes some extra HP comes in handy in case there's too much pirates. For the optional internals, you must have a bi-weed shield generator in the Class 8 compartment engineered with reinforcement. In the Class 7 compartment, I have a cargo rack to store a bunch of cargo that pirates might want, so I can attract them and make them fight me so I can fight them back, and boom. In the Class 6 slot, I do have a fighter hangar, and it's a must to hire a pilot to finish off any fleeing pirates in the SLF, as you may lose a lot of the kills if your SLF can't finish them off. In the rest of them, I just put module or hull reinforcement packages to help me protect against attacks on the hull. Be sure that you do have a cargo rack to attract the pirates' attention, and otherwise, that's really it. I can recommend adding some repair limping controllers or AFMUs just in case your ship starts taking damage so you can repair it. Well, now you have your own laser death barge. How do you get these massacre missions though? So what you want to do is go to the system of Gliese 868 to collect the missions. And there's a lot of other systems to stack massacre missions, but Gliese 868 tends to be plentiful in them and targets LP932, a system with a low resource extraction site. Head to the orbital stations there, land, and head to missions. Before I continue, I have to point out that you can share kills on each of the massacre missions from different factions. So for example, if I got 4 kills, it counts as 4 kills for all of my massacre missions in different factions. However, it will only count for 1 mission of each faction, and I will have to wait until 1 mission is completed until other missions can get kill counts. Hopefully that makes sense, but it really won't be used here, but it's good to know. Go to the combat missions, choose 1 faction, and I recommend accepting high-paying massacre missions. If there isn't, just get other high-paying massacre missions in other stations, or wait until the mission board resets. Massacre missions are usually called Massacre This Faction Pirates, or something like that. Once you are satisfied with the missions you accepted, be sure you have a fighter pilot in active service in your crew and some commodities that can make something as cheap as bio-waste to attract pirates and make them hostile without any interaction by you. Then jump to your target system with a low res, such as LP932, I forgot, and head to the low resource extraction site there and park your ship a bit above the asteroid belt. Deploy your SLF and weapons, set your pips to 2, 0, 4, set your turrets to fire at will, turn crimes off, and wait. And by the way, we choose a low res because of the weak pirates, which aren't much of a deal. Eventually, some ships such as Diamondbacks, Cobras, and Vipers should start to approach your ship, and for here, I recommend administering your Type 10 for around 5 minutes, as the massacre missions have a chance of spawning more dangerous pirates, and you may need to deal with them. However, if none of them spawn in like 5 or 10 minutes, you should be alright. Anyway, so these pirates should first approach you, scan you in a 1 kilometer radius, demand some of your cargo if they detect your commodities, and then they will get impatient and fire at you because you're AFK and you can't do anything, where your turrets and SLF will respond by firing back. If they are a mission target, meaning that they are pirates that you want to destroy for the bounty money and count as a kill for the missions. Now you can just park your Type 10 and let it blast pirates. And again, you should administer it for a couple minutes to see if it works. Something like that. After you are done AFKing, whether if it's after school, sleep, or work, and you haven't met the rebuy screen, check your mission tab. If everything is complete, good. Go back to the stations, turn them in, and grab more missions. I'm pretty sure that getting at least 20 missions will get you around 300 million credits or more, depending on the amount of pay in the missions, but something like that. Anyway, this is all you really need to do, and you can repeat this again and again each day when you work, study, or sleep. Be sure to set the graphics to the minimum settings though, so you can minimize the impact on your electric bill. You know, gotta save some real world money. And try not to turn in your bounty vouchers near the system you hunted in, and try to turn those vouchers far away from the systems you got the missions from, as you might change their system state into something worse, like a war. Then no massacre missions spawn. Well, this is all you really need to know on how to AFK on your own to receive large amounts of money, like absurd amounts of money. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will answer any questions left over. 07.